So we're talking about igniting the energy, but for me, it's not about the energy, it's about your energy. And if we adopt, as I talked about last time, if we adopt the attitude of leadership within our businesses, it would change our mindset about how we move out into the world. So if you've got to ask the question, how do I ignite the energy? Well, then that tells me something. That tells me that we got to go right back to the beginning of time. Your time as to when you decided that this was your passion, this was your purpose, this is how you wanted to contribute to the world. Getting back on track to where your business started from. So I've got 7 things that we can touch upon, and that may be where the secret lies to pull your passion out so you can ignite that flame for your business again. So let's go back right to the beginning. The beginning is intention. What was your intention about your business? What was the purpose, the meaning, the process, the meaning and the purpose behind why you wanted to be in business? Maybe the answer is there for your passion. But maybe it's at the next step when we move into the dream. So we all had a beautiful dream, and I bet you for most of you, it's really about serving, and it's really about, I'm hearing a lot of healers in the room as well, and a lot of people who have very tangible things that they want to help people with. But if you're living in the dream state, you're not going to accomplish anything, right? So let's take that dream into a vision. And what's the difference between a vision? If you don't have a vision and only living through your dream, you won't make your dream tangible. The difference between vision and dream is that a vision is tangible. It's something you feel. It's something you see, it's something you yearn for, and it's something that is in alignment with you based on who you are and the gifts that you have to contribute. And it also has the ability to give you the power behind what it is you're wanting to contribute. So when you work with vision, what you want to do is pull that dream. You want to dream about that wonderful dream, but then you'd want to take that and find that magic, that nugget inside, and then start to formulate that. And when you work with the vision, you've got intention behind that, you've got choice, you've got power, you've got motivation, inspiration. Now, if it's not at that point that you're struggling with in your business to ignite that energy, then really what we're going to move into is knowing yourself. Empowering yourself, really, is the message I have for you. But if you know yourself, you will be empowered, I promise. So knowing yourself really is what I talked about earlier. It's about taking those places inside of us where we hold our fear, where we sabotage ourselves, where we get stuck, where we feel like we can't move forward, we don't know where we want to go or how to get there. So what we need to do is transition that feeling and move it into a place of understanding our values, our strengths, our gifts, our experience, our contribution. So in that mix, there comes a lot of struggle personally when you go through some self-development. But when you go through that struggle, what you find is strength, courage, determination, persistence, motivation, the drive to push forward to the next place in time or the next position within your business. So if your business is fine on that level, then the next level is really about knowing your people. So you might not have employees, but you certainly have customers. So do you know your customers, or this is all about networking today? Do you really know your customers? Do you know how to give the best of what you have to them? You've got to ask them questions, right? Just like we do here. You have to be interested, engaged. And then it's the building of that. It's the building, the engagement, the connection, the collaboration that comes from that. Know your people. And if you know your people, then you know how you can best service them. And that's motivation in itself. That brings a lot of energy to the table. Who's inspired by helping others? See a hand. Absolutely. Everybody in the room. Fabulous. Now, if energy is fine in that position in your business, then the next place you got to go is your plan and strategy. Have you created that plan and strategy for success? Like lots of people get stuck here. They get overwhelmed. They hate this process. But really, this is part of the magic of igniting your energy. It's getting the momentum, because when you build goals into your plan, if you build a strategy, if you have a long-term goal, like a 10, 15, 20-year goal, that'll drive you every day towards that. But that's a high goal to reach, so we got to bring it back into something more manageable. But something that is challenging enough, that stimulates you to get out there and do what you do best, right? So plan and strategy. Think about that in your business. How powerful are you in that mode? And if you're not, that's a place to ignite your energy. Then of course, the next step is about action. Taking the action. Doing the networking meetings. As Janet had said, getting out there and being part of the community. Sharing, meeting people, connecting. You can never know enough people, right? You can never share who you are with the people that are there. So taking it into action is really important. And sometimes it's just taking a little step. And sometimes it's taking a big step. It's learning to trust yourself, and it's learning to go through the process of that plan and strategy to get you to the end results. Now, that in itself will ignite a lot of energy as you move forward and you see goals accomplished. But then where we lose a lot of energy is in the next stage. So we've done all this work. We're taking action, we're getting results, but do we own the results? Do we take some celebration in that? Do we actually reward the people that have helped us get there? Do we celebrate all the challenges? Do we recognize the journey that we had? If you don't celebrate, what's the point, right? And then after the celebration, and after the reward, and after the acknowledgement, then you rewind, you start again, or you start another new momentum. So here's some opportunity for you to just take a look at some of the things I talked about and see where you might be losing energy, because the reason I'm standing here, and I'm doing this for free and I'm happy to do it, the reason I'm here is because, interesting enough, I'm going to sidebar for a minute, Sherry was talking about the introduction and how long they were, but for me, it was a great value because I've never seen so much leadership in this room like I did in that moment. Everybody was comfortable, everybody knew what they wanted to say, everybody knew what they were best at, and everybody knew how they were going to contribute. And I appreciate you all for really opening up that way. And so I'm here to help you in any way that I can. And so I want you to take a serious look at some of these questions and see where you are losing your power. Because I need you. We all need you to light that fire. We can't do it unless you're willing to do it. So step up, find that power, and really ignite it so that we all can be a part of it. My name is Lydia Willems. I am a personal development coach specializing in leadership. If you need any help or have any questions, you can always visit my website, www.lydiawillems.com. Thank you, ladies.